This is an introduction to the complex number. So let's try and think of a number that when we multiply it by itself, we get a negative number back. So let's just try any negative number. Let's try negative 4 times negative 4. Well, that's equal to positive 16, right? And that would be true for any negative number. And then any positive pair of numbers, 4 times 4, is also equal to positive 16. So there's no pair of numbers that when you multiply them together, do you get a negative number, right? And so the square root of negative 1 is an imaginary thing. It's something that you can't do, right? It's not something that is possible. It's not possible to carry out this operation. So this has been defined as an imaginary number I, right? So this is actually quite useful in physics and engineering for modeling oscillatory systems. And so don't think that it's just, because it's this imaginary thing that it's like this whimsical idea. It's actually very useful in oscillating systems. So let's work some problems with it and see how we would get the answers to these problems. So if we have this, 2 plus the square root of negative 25, we can break this guy apart, right? We can say that this is 2 plus the square root of negative 1. Well, let's do 25, square root of 25 times negative 1, like this, right? This inside guy, this is the same thing as just negative 25, right? And then we remember from our power rules that the square root of x times y is equal to the square root of x times the square root of y, right? So the square root of some products is equal to each of those square rooted things, right? So then this is equal to 2 plus the square root of 25 times the square root of negative 1, right? So then this is 2 plus square root of 25 is 5. And then this here is that has been defined as that imaginary number, right? So this is I. That's your answer. Okay, let's do this one. So we have 4 plus square root of 9 times negative 1. So this is 4 plus square root of square root of 9. Jumping ahead here. Times the square root of negative 1. And then this is 4 plus square root of 9 is 3. 3i, because this is defined as the imaginary number, right? Okay. When we come to this one, square root of negative 4 is equal to the square root of 4 times negative 1. That's just equal to the square root of 4 times the square root of negative 1. This thing here is defined as this imaginary number. So, and then the square root of 4 is 2, right? Because 2 times 2 equals 4. So this is equal to 2i. Right? Okay, this is an introduction to complex numbers. I'm going to step out of the way and give you a clear screenshot. Try it for yourself.